Coach Darrell Hazell from the Purdue football team. Thinking back to Big Ten Media Day on Monday, just a lot of positivity right now around this Purdue football team. What's got your optimism so high?
Well, there's a good reason for all that positivity. I mean, we have a great locker room right now with guys that have played a lot of football, a lot of quality football players in our locker room, and I'm excited to get started next Wednesday.
You emphasize that, how much veteran leadership you do have coming back. How does that make it easier for you as a coach?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is the first summer since I've been here that I didn't have to be the voice of the football team, and it's coming from our locker room. And anytime you can get your voice coming from your leaders on your football team, you got a chance to be pretty special.
Who are those loudest voices in the locker room?
Well, there's quite a few of them. That's the other good thing. You got Jawan Bentley, you got Jake Replogle, you got D'Angelo Yancey, you have Evan Panfill, you have David Blough, and the list keeps going on and on of quality leaders, Danny Izichukwu, that really have stepped it up in our leadership role.
A lot of people really excited about Jawan from Big Ten Media Day. What are you expecting to see out of him this year?
Well, he's a premier player, not only in the Big Ten, but in the country. And anytime you can get your number one leader back and your number one linebacker back, that makes a huge difference in your defense. And when we lost him, we lost a lot of things last year.
And then you talked about David Blough, too. Now he's going to be your number one starting quarterback. Does that make it easier going into this year, not having that Austin Appleby, David Blough sort of battle going into the year?
Well, you just named David Blough the starting quarterback. I haven't named him yet. There's a competition that's still going on. David does have the lead going into fall camp, but he's done a good job this springtime of getting himself ready to play a great season, as has Elijah Sindelar, who will compete for that job when we start.
When do you think you'll be naming a starter? Will that be kind of a September 1st decision?
No, we'll make it before that. Want to get rolling in the camp a little bit, maybe a week to 2 weeks in the camp, and then we'll make that decision if the time is right.
What do you think is the biggest improvement right now from the Purdue football team from last year to now ahead of training camp?
Well, I think there's a couple things. One, it's a much more confident group of young men, and there's a lot of reasons for it. They look a lot better. You know, you take Jake Replogle, for instance. He's a guy that's put on 50 pounds since he started playing as a freshman. Now he's a senior. He's 292 pounds. He's a tremendous athlete, but the confidence level is off the chart, and a lot of good reasons for that.
What do you think will surprise fans and other teams in the Big Ten about Purdue this season?
Well, you're going to see the passion that these guys are going to play with. I think that's the number one thing, and they'll be a good finishing team. Before, last year we lost 4 games within the last 4 minutes, which means you're getting close, but you have to learn how to finish. That's what you'll see us finish this year.
And then the biggest thing you'll be working on in training camp?
Well, I think the big thing, there's a lot of execution things that we need to do. I think it's very important for us with a veteran football team is that we make sure we get our A players to the game. We have to get the quality work in, but yet not leave those guys out on the field by beating them up on the practice field. So it's very important that we monitor the amount of reps that they get as well as the amount of hitting that we do in camp.
All right. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I can't wait till the season to start. We kick it off September 3rd against Eastern Kentucky, and it's going to be a great year for the Boilermakers.